Welcome back, everybody. The History Guy here. For those of you here in the United States, I hope you had an amazing Thanksgiving. If you're not in the United States, I still hope you had an amazing day, and we are ready to dive back into Ultimate General Civil War. This is the legendary mode for the Confederate campaign. We're into the battles leading up to Second Bull Run. We're going to start with Cedar Mountain, which is a doozy. It's not an easy one. This is one that usually ends up pretty bloody, and it does not help that I'm outnumbered. And that's just kind of the way it's going to be from here on out, which is historical, so I don't have a big problem with that. As you can see, I'm going to go in with about 24,000 soldiers, only 45 guns, up against almost 31,072 guns. He holds the high ground. He holds the strong position. I have to dislodge him from said position. Now, there's a couple of different ways I've done this. I've tried every which way, whether it's a feint up the front and attacks from both flanks. You know, there's a lot of different ways you can do this. I'm going for easy here. I've got a disadvantage in numbers. I want to try and close that gap as best I can, so I'm going to attack all from one side, keep my forces concentrated, try to engage just a part of his force, and hopefully even the odds a little bit before I push for that objective. Now, he's going to figure that out and start to shift his units over. But what I'm going to do, I thought about going from this way, but it's a longer march. You do have the advantage of, I think, going downhill. But it's mostly over open terrain. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to try sending most of my force across all of this here and hit them from over here. It's going to take some time to get in position for that, especially for my guns. It's going to take quite a while. I've only brought four batteries. The coffin cutters, which are my most elite of my howitzers, but also then some 10-pounders as well as a newly formed 8-gun battery of 24-pounders. So we're going to drag everybody over this way. I'm going to lead off with the weaker units. And by weaker units, I mean the ones that aren't 2 stars. They're all still fairly well equipped. I'm stacking everybody up in one spot here. Obviously, it's going to need to be broken up a bit, but what I'm going to start with is just start getting some skirmishers out of here. And then once I do that, I can go ahead and start making the move. It's going to take at least probably half of the time I have available to me just to get everybody in a position where I want them. I need to start moving these batteries. The 10-pounders I'll be able to probably keep back here. But the others, the howitzers and the 24-pounders, need to kind of be close up in order to be effective or even be in range. Alright, here's first contact with the enemy. And he looks like he's moving down to engage me. Let's go ahead and pull these guys back. At least till we're ready to fully engage. We're going to park the 10-pounders at least till I can break through this mess. I'm going to have to park my guns. Might be able to start bringing these guys up this way. It'll take a little while longer. He's coming down with his cavalry already too. Watch, because he looks like he's coming down with one of his brigades. Lots of artillery fire coming at me too. Try to keep my supplies near my guns. Okay, we're just going to try to engage him here a little bit. He's coming to me, so that's a good thing. Oh, coffin cutters, hold back. He's got another brigade over there. Let's get these skirmishers out here. We're going to kind of hang tight, engage these couple of brigades that have come forward. Anywhere I've got the odds as far as the numbers go, that's a plus for me. I don't know how well Veach is going to be able to hold this long term, though. I may need to send him some help. Mostly these guys are just trying to keep them occupied over here because the main attack's coming from the other side. Let's try to get up into these woods. Although I really don't want to engage him there, so maybe not. We'll get Deering up close enough to where he can help with Tower. Alright, fall back more. Not that close, buddy. Guess we're going to keep our guns here. They can be effective on this side without having to drag them all the way up there. You're going to come at me over here. That's fine. You're going to take a lot of casualties doing it. I'm gonna start. Well, no, they're still in range. I think I can probably keep those 10-pounders right where they are. You can already see the effectiveness of these 24-pounders. That's 8 guns, and they've got the most kills already. They've got 136, and that's a brand new unit. Casualties so far. About 1,400 for him, almost 1,500. About 600 for me. Need that to continue. Just going to hold these guys here. They're going to come under a lot of artillery fire. But that's just the way it's got to be. Go ahead and speed things along a little bit here. Alright, we'll go ahead and make sure that we keep these guns supplied. They're all in one spot, so I can keep them right there in supply. Alright, everybody's just about into position. Hour and a half to go. Plenty of time. I am going to go ahead and move these guns up a little bit. Especially coffin cutters, they probably need to get a little closer to be more effective. Okay. I'm going to lead off with the 1-star units. I'll hold the more elite units back in the second line. Except for O'Hare's, I need them up there. You gotta move these 24-pounders up, get them closer. Alright, here we go. Try to have the advantage in numbers wherever I can. Alright, we drove back the first one. He's going to shift a new brigade here. I'm going to have to get up at those guns as quickly as I can. Drive them off before they get into me. There we go, we hit the guns. Ooh, that was rough for O'Hare. If Rice moves up, then I can get the Paper Collar Brigade in here firing on Geary's flank while still being covered himself. There we go. Meanwhile, he's got these guys out here largely doing nothing, which is exactly what I want them to be doing. I'm going to turn these 10-pounders on his artillery. Alright, he's only got about 4,300 more men than me now. I'm gonna keep closing that gap. Getting dangerously close here to his next line. I don't want to engage these guys if I don't have to. I just want to get the objective and go home. Drop O'Hare's back. I don't think I need him where he is anymore. I don't need to be taking more casualties with an already small unit. Let's hit this battery. 44 minutes, plenty of time. There we go. Drive hard stuff off. I'm going to concentrate my guns on this area here. Alright, casualties, he's lost 3,000 men. I've lost 1,600, so about half that. Look at all that gunfire coming down. The only thing that's helping him here is that he's in these trees getting cover. I'm gonna have to push forward because I gotta drive through these guns. I can't just stand here taking fire from those. General Longstreet wounded. Darn it, I'm not going to have him for 2nd Manassas. Heavy casualties because of those guns. Gotta drive those batteries off as quick as I can. Alright, we secured the ridge. It's contested, but that shouldn't matter. Seriously, how's he able to expose his flank like that? I'm never able to do that. Snakefoot Brigade, take those guns. There we go. Alright, now drop back. Drop back, drop back. Drop back. You're getting exposed on the flank. Ah, I hate this battle. I always have. Okay, so there's a victory at Cedar Mountain. Whew, not fun. 4,000 on my side, 4,700 on his side, but hey, this is legendary mode. I was outnumbered, and I still inflicted more casualties in an assault. I will take that any day of the week. So, boy, I captured next to nothing. Just 462 Harper's Ferries, a couple more 10-pounders. That's always nice, but really very little that's going to help me. The main thing that hurts here, I did gain 2 major generals, but I lost one as well. So that's where we're at. We've got one more battle to fight before 2nd Manassas, and that's one where you don't even use your own troops. Let's see. Okay, so here's where things stand. First thing first, we're going to go ahead and get one of our major generals moved up here. Replace him with another brigadier.
Yes, sir.
Now, we're not even going to be using any of our own troops in this next. He's up to 105 to 110,000. Oh, this is going to be brutal. Manassas Depot, you don't use any of your own troops. You use completely the enemies. Let's see what that's going to look like. I mean, completely AI troops, basically. It's going to be almost 12,000 Union, only 8,000 of mine. That's going to be a bear. Again, one of my least. This whole campaign, this phase right here, up to and including 2nd Manassas for the Confederates, I hate. Not one of my favorite battles by far. So, career. So, something to think about here is, do I go politics again? Do I go politics again, knowing that's going to give me a 2.5% increase in golden recruits versus going medicine, which gives me 2% restored, which is based on my losses. So it's kind of a catch-22, but I can see the benefit, especially with some heavy battles coming up, to starting to put some into medicine. Because you're getting experienced troops back, troops with weapons. So it's kind of, you get a little bit of everything with that. So obviously there's really no reason for me to put anything into my army right now. Because we're coming up on a battle that doesn't use my own troops anyway. We're going to be looking ahead to 2nd Bull Run. But I can't even really see what I'm up against at 2nd Bull Run because the first phase of the battle has very few troops anyway. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up right there. We'll come back with Manassas Depot and then get ready for the big one, 2nd Bull Run. As always, I welcome your comments, your questions, your observations, your criticisms, any suggestions. No matter how good any of us get at this battle or this game or any game, having a couple hundred or 1,000 fresh pairs of eyes looking at what you're doing, you're always going to see things I didn't see or think of things I didn't think of. So that's why I welcome that. It helps us all get better at the game. If you would, check out some of my other series that I have going on. Hit that thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate that. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if there's a particular game you want to see me try out, let me know that. I'm always looking for new things to give a go. So thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.